moving over to enhanced interrogation, some have argued that enhanced interrogation at the CIA basically led to the lead that found Osama bin Laden. Do you agree with that?
There's a pretty long list of enhanced interrogations, and some of the things on that list are sort of odd to be there. For example, there's slamming into somebody like this before you talk to him. If you, any autumn, if you drive around and look at high school and college football teams and training, everybody is slamming into one another about pretty much the same way. But there is at least one technique on that list that is really enhanced, I'm told by people who've done it, is very frightening, which is waterboarding. I had a couple of journalist friends who volunteered to get waterboarded and were, so they could write about it. If you're looking at anything that everybody would regard as torture, say putting bamboo under your fingernails and hammering about, not many journalists I know volunteer to go have bamboo slits put under their fingernails and have them hammered, even if they would, as several did, volunteer to go be waterboarded so they could write articles about it. So, but I'm willing to say that waterboarding is beyond the edge today, but let me give you a hypothetical. Let's say that tomorrow morning, 2 planes fly into the new World Trade Tower, and 3,000 people are killed. And we're able to arrest half a dozen people who may have had something to do with it, and nobody is going to talk, except somebody let slip that another event is planned for 10 days from now. And you're in charge of the interrogation. And one of your guys comes up and says, you know, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I know how to waterboard people. I worked on it 15 years ago, and I'll help you do it if you want to, so we can find out who's going to kill another 3,000 people. Close call, right? Some of you might say, let them be waterboarded. Some may not. As I remember, I was long gone from the agency by then, but as I remember the press reports, there was only one individual who was waterboarded a large number of times, and that was Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who was the operational head of Al-Qaeda, and who was apparently very resistant to cooperating, and then finally did. And whether he did so because he was waterboarded or because somebody said something to him about another guy and they lied about his being waterboarded, I don't know. But I do know that the people who wanted to be involved in, who were willing to be involved in it, were not involved in it because they they enjoyed making people feel hurt. They were trying to keep another 9/11 from occurring.